Good afternoon, soul family. Well, what's going on in your world? The weather outside kind of reflects what's going on in mine. Song right now. Doesn't matter how hard you try. I've designed this rhyme to remind myself how I got so far. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, I'm surprised it got so far. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back in the end. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart, and eventually everything will be a memory of how I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter. Someone climbing to the top, recognizing the futility of striving after things instead of going where you wanted to go, or trying to please people that would never be satisfied with who you are. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I could go. For all of this, there's only one thing you should know. I put my trust in you. So putting your trust in the wrong things, the wrong people, pushing for the wrong things, and coming to the realization, all of this, I lost it all. I worked and gave up my life and put my, God, look at the water. It's choppy. We literally have white chops on the water, and that's kind of the heavy energy that's going on. It's windy, and it's intermittent rain, and a lot of deep introspection going on today. A lot of, like I said, I spent the whole day cleaning and dusting and washing the floors. I just felt the need to remove. That's what we can use this energy for. The wind, blow it away. Blow away the past, the negative feelings. Let go of it. Get it out. Like this song, get it out. Get your feelings out. If you need to write them down, if you need to rant and rave, if you need to punch a pillow, get it out. Cry, be angry, and then use this wind to blow it away and use the rain to wash it away. I mean, I just cleaned and reorganized and vacuumed and washed floors and scrubbed things down. And it was a mental process as well as a physical when you do that. I use the weather, and I use for everything that I need to go through, So this is what it is, the Great Wave. I did this one yesterday, and I've got a little skin diver, a silver skin diver I'm going to put up on here. And when the Great Wave comes, go to the mountain, meditation, or go to spirit. I love this. Doesn't he look like a punk rock fish? Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so I don't know what deck we're going to use today. Magical mermaid. No, what are these? Magical unicorns, I guess, is what we're doing. I just heard from my Uncle Phil this morning. I'm missing my family. I talked to my ex-husband this morning. He owns a granite company I helped him start, and I found something I want to create, and I need a little piece of granite to use as a top. So I called him and my best friend, who's his wife, Julie, they're on their way to the rod run. They always do fun stuff, and I thought, wow, you know what? I want that back in my life. I said, you guys are always having so much fun. Blow some of that my way, And then Uncle Phil, he contacts me. He's like, I haven't heard from you. I'm like, yeah. Why is it my family's so far away from me? Gets old. True. Okay, well, let's bring this forward. So let's put true. So what you're asking about is the truth. Let's put the wave by you, the silver wave to carry you. This unicorn needs some help. Let's surf the wave with this unicorn. Give it some help here. I put all of my smaller pieces up on the cabinet behind me right now, so because my desktop's getting so small. So whatever it is that you were asking about, whatever it is that you're wondering, the answer is yes. It's the truth. It's true. Am I right thinking this? Am I right making this move? Yeah, it's true. I'm asking this question, is this really the truth of the situation? Yep, it is. I feel it also means to be truthful. This horse is, it's a winged horse, a Pegasus, and it's white, the color of purity, and the clear snow. Remember I said, what are you going to do? Are you going to allow the snow to fall and have it as a soft blanketing, or are you going to cover up? This is shining in the light. This is coming forward with truth. So whatever you're thinking about this situation is the truth right now. Pay attention deep down inside. What's going on? What are you thinking about? What's been going through your mind right now? Feel. You need to feel it, not just think it. How does it make your body feel? If you listen, you stop the thinking, just listen and feel, then you'll know. Also, when you don't understand the truth of something, call on Spirit to help you make it clear. Sometimes we don't know what's true and what's false. You know, sometimes it's an illusion. So close your eyes and ask Spirit a question, and then what comes into your head. If you hear something from Spirit, it's not going to be nasty. It's going to be loving. It's going to be gentle, and it's going to be the truth. And they're not going to be steering you in one direction one way and then another direction. I got to turn the radio off. Lately, it's been too much. There's too much noise. Like I need to get away, I need to get away into the mountains where there's snow. I was so excited because of the rain. I thought there'd be snow up in Idlewild, but it rained on Tuesday and it stopped. Now, it snowed on Tuesday and then it started raining, so the rain's washed it all away. So I don't have any snow here. But the close mountains around me, there's lots of snow. So what was going to be an icy cover-up didn't end up happening, right? There was a lot of heavy emotion instead, and I'm feeling that. So maybe it's not my energy I'm feeling. I'm picking up the energy of others that are going through, maybe they're bringing and allowing these emotions to flow, which is positive. Remember I said you don't want to cover up, you don't want to have a snow job and cover things up. You want to wash it away. So since the weather is so up and down and windy and, it rained all last night, it was for hours. So lots of heavy emotion, but lots of emotional clearing. So as I said, when I see true, I think of telling the truth. So at this time, you need to tell the truth to yourself. You need to tell the truth to the others in your life. You need to tell the truth, period. Just speak the truth, whatever it is. You don't have to get into depth. You don't have to get into make big wordy explanations. Just speak your truth. Sometimes you just have a difficult time because you don't know how anyone's going to accept it. But it's like, gotta let it go. Just let it fall out of your mouth. Do it in a way that's, what would love say, what would love do? Try when you speak your truth not to hurt others, but speak your truth. We've been asked to do this for quite some time, and clearly it's not being done, or Spirit wouldn't keep emphasizing it, right? So if you're afraid to speak your truth because you don't know what's going to come, ask for whatever it is that you need to say to be received well and to be understood the way you're meaning it to be understood. Because sometimes we don't have the right words to say something eloquently. Every time I open my mouth, my foot goes in it, or I don't know how to do this. Every time I try it. So then before you go to speak your truth, go to Spirit and say, I need your help. I need your assistance. Grab your lapis lazuli, any blue stones, blue apatite, sodalite. Grab the stones of truth and speak. Those are the speaking stones. Turquoise. Anything with the blues, crystals, will help you. And as I said, ask that whatever is said is understood the way you mean for it to come across. And you go in with the intention that you're heard. And you go in with the intention that it's going to make things better. And sometimes the truth hurts. And sometimes you can't control that. But you ask that it go in the best way possible. And that's your intention. And then you allow Spirit to handle it. And then you just do it. Archangel Michael will put a shield of protection around you. He'll help you. He is working with the color blue. That's the archangel you want to work with. He'll help you know exactly what you need to say and the things that you need to do in order to bring the highest good to most. I'm just thinking if there's anything else that comes. Selenite. Selenite is a crystal that will clear your entire energy and clear and balance your chakras. Selenite. Use selenite and rub it across your forehead, across your third eye. Scan it across your whole body. This is a massive clearing energy stone. If you don't have selenite yourself, look at this and imagine this. Imagine your hands holding on to the energy of this. And then rub your left thumb and then rub it over your third eye and say selenite in circuit. And you can imagine this wand going all around. Oops, hold on here. Imagine a selenite wand going like an eraser on a chalkboard, just washing away all the negative energy or clearing everything, helping your chakras balance and align. Just wipe it down like a chalkboard. Everything's clean and fresh. Use selenite as your blanket of snow. It's going to clear away the negative, and it's going to be a nice, beautiful protection. I like that. See how the crystals align with the colors that they are? They tell you what they are by the colors. If you're feeling, I'm thinking about the color blue, that's maybe you're feeling a little depressed, sad. So you need spirit to help lift up your energy. And instead of being sad and depressed, why don't we say, I'm calm, I'm relaxed. You don't have to be all jumping all over the place at all times, 24/7, the Energizer Bunny, right? I've been running around like the Energizer Bunny all day, but I'm very, very quiet today. So it's introspective. So instead of saying, oh, I'm sad or I'm depressed, I'm thinking deep. Or maybe it's your energy is telling you need to release. I think we had a full moon recently, didn't we? I'm affected deeply by the full moon. Next card, correct for neutrality. Here we go. You love and understand animals. A cat showed up the other day here. My landlord sent me a video of it. And there was a showdown going on with my landlord's cats and this cat that showed up. And it was a white Himalayan Siamese. It was beautiful. And it showed up again the other day. And I don't know, I think it's a female. She was beautiful though. And she's just showed up recently. And I went up and I found the owners, and I said, somebody said that they saw her walking up to this house. And so I went up to that house. I hadn't seen the cat, but I just wanted to let them know. We got coyotes walking around the streets here, and the animal control was just there. And the cat didn't have a collar on it. So I wanted to know if it was a stray. And the man said that his daughter had been feeding it, or his granddaughter, but it wasn't theirs. And I said, take my phone number down and she was beautiful. Then she came up when I was talking. She came up the stairs right when I was there. It's like she followed me. And she was beautiful, rubbing up against me. And I thought, God. And I came home to Lily, who's just crotchety and beating up Liger. And I said, I rescued you. And I brought you in. And you don't want anyone to pick you up. You don't want anybody to play with you. You fight with Liger. Why do you have to be so difficult? And here's this beautiful stray cat outside that's coming up to me wanting to be loved, But he said he'd let me know if the girl didn't want to keep the cat. I said, I will take her. But it's a beautiful cat. I said, I think you should keep her. She's beautiful and she's happy here. So, but they're telling you that you have a bond with animals. You love and understand animals. You may be an animal communicator. I am. I absolutely am. I've always had a very, very close connection to animals. And maybe what you need right now is to spend some time with your animals, because you have this deep connection to them. Because animals clear your energy. Also, I'm thinking maybe you need to clear their energy. I need to clear. I'm going to take my selenite wand, and I'm going to go over, because I give Lily loveys even though she wants love in the middle of the night. She comes and stands on my chest and puts her face right in my face. She wants loveys then. But I'm going to use my selenite wand and clear her, because they absorb our energy. So allow your animals to know how much you love them. I talk to Lily, even though she's cranky. I tell her she's beautiful and I love her. And she was drooling all over me last night. It's just one-on-one time, her and I, at nighttime. But her little fingerless feet, they took her claws out, poor little thing. But she loves me, even though she's crotchety. I love her too. And you know what? That's a message about me. I want to be loved even though I'm crotchety. We all get crotchety, right? They're there for us when there's nobody else. I don't have anybody else I don't live with anyone. I live with Liger and Lily. And I'm so grateful for them. And I tell them, So maybe right now your animals are saying that they need you to spend a little time with them. Let them know that you love them and that you're happy that they're there for you. Take your dog for a walk. Give your animal some cat treats. I had a bird feeder that was empty for the longest time, and it made me sad. And look, we've got a party going on right now. Look at them all. Put some bird seed in a bird feeder. Look at them all. They're all victory sparrows. Oh, nice. Look at there. Oh, and there's red finches too. There's so many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. You're on the right path, and it will exceed your expectations. But they're everywhere. So do something. It makes me so happy. You know, and because they get food from the berries and stuff outside, but to have treats like that for these wild birds, it makes you feel good. It makes them feel good, you know? So maybe do that. Go get some bird seed and fill up a bird feeder. My hummingbird, the hummingbird feeder right there, it gives me so much joy. I'm going to have to change that. That makes me think of that. I'll have to change that hummingbird food. It's been there too long. Do you know that? You can't leave the hummingbird food for too long because it will go rancid. And then it will make them very, very sick. It causes their tongue that they use. They have a long tongue that goes from their beak in to get the food, the nectar. And if it gets bacteria in it, it has this strange bacteria that grows, and they will drink from that. And then it causes their tongue to swell up so that they aren't able, and then they give it back to their babies and it kills them. It's awful. It's an awful thing. Don't leave your hummingbird feeders in the direct sunlight. That's why I had to move that one over there and change them. So that's a message to me. I have to do that as soon as I finish this reading. I will change that hummingbird feeder, the food inside of that. And it's so inexpensive. I mean, it's so inexpensive and it brings such joy, you know, to have them come. They're so beautiful. It's about appreciating them, you know. Also, make sure that your dog's water, take the bowl and scrub it out. You don't realize, you keep topping it up, you don't realize it's slimy. You don't want to drink from a slimy cup, or their dog food bowl, or their cat food bowl. Wash it out, clean, like you're eating. You treat your animals like you're feeding their food, like you would be eating off of a dish. You don't want to there's dust that gets in there, and there's yucky stuff that goes into their body. You need to love your animals like you love yourself. That's why they're your pets. Maybe this is going to be a career for you. Maybe you're going to be working with animals. Maybe you're going to be an animal communicator or an animal healer. Maybe your animal needs to have some Reiki done on it. Lily, I think does. You know, she's been feeling a little upset. I did Reiki on my twin the other night, and Lily and I did it together. And I thank her for that, for being a surrogate for me. You know, I used her energy to help heal other people. This is also a message that if you have a pet that has passed into spirit, they're letting you know that they love you. And it's also a message from pets that are just about to go across the Rainbow Bridge to let you know how much they love and appreciate you. My Uncle Phil has his cat Maggie, and I think she's 19. And she's so sad because she's not doing well. The doctor's given her some fluids and some medicine to help her, and she's pepped up a little bit, but her days are numbered. And this is a very clear message to Uncle Phil that she knows how much he loves her, and she appreciates all the time and attention that he's spending on her. So you guys, spend the time with the animals that you have. You don't know what might happen tomorrow. Like my boy Liger, he turned 12 years this year. He's a big boy. Some cats can live a long time, but he's a really big cat. You know, he's heavy, he's a Maine Coon, and so I cherish every moment that I have with him. And I gotta make things easier for them. I got him that leather stool because it was too hard for him to get up on the bed to be with me. And I wanted him to, and he wasn't. He was going in the other room because he couldn't sleep with me. And now that he's got that pillow, that to jump up, and sometimes I have to lift him up even to there. So make it easier for them to get up. And Lily, she normally sleeps in here because she feels safe when it's wrapped around her. And she's got her little treats waiting. This is her little pillow too. I pay attention to my animals. Top off your fish tank. I had to top off Panu's tank. He wasn't eating for a couple of days. He was feeling sad. And so I topped off his tank. And look, there's Merlin. Hey, baby boy. I put some fresh water in for Merlin today. He's a brackish water fish. He needed special water. So I added some water and I put some ammonia cleanser in here. If we have animals, we need to love them, we need to protect them, and we need to care for them. It's our job. Don't get pets don't get pets for kids if they're not interested in them and you don't want to be bothered with them. So many people, my daughter rescues chameleons because so many people get lizards for their little boys and they don't know how to take care of them, and they kill them. If they need actual very, very delicate care. Very, very delicate care, because if they don't get the right lighting and the right kind of food, their bones will literally break. It's really horrible, the things, and you don't understand the pain because they can't tell you. But the deplorable condition, and people just, they throw them away. Yesterday I watched on Facebook, it made me really upset. I signed a petition because, sorry Panu, that fell down too far. There you go. Get that one, baby. In China or Japan, they are sealing up turtles and fish inside these little plastic keychains, and they put them in there alive, and people come and buy them, and then they suffocate. They're only there for 2 days and then they suffocate. Panu, I'm wasting that food. Okay, so he doesn't need it. So they're not throwaway. They're animals, and they have feelings whether you think they do or not. People say to me, oh, fish don't have any feelings. I'm so over that. They have feelings. They have personalities. My fish have personalities. They come up and they play. Oh, no, they're just looking for food. No, they're not. I'm not talking to people who don't get it, but I am telling you, pay attention. Don't get animals for other people. Don't get dogs. People buy puppies all the time. Don't buy a rabbit for Easter. Don't buy a chick. Don't get anything that you don't want to take care of for the rest of its life. Please don't do it. They have their lives and they have souls. So please tune in, be gentle, and care for the animals in your life. And if you go down to your lake or your local little river or stream, the local pond, bring some rolled oats. Please don't feed the birds and the ducks and the squirrels breadcrumbs. It's very bad for them. It literally kills them. It causes them, the food goes in, the bread goes into their bellies, and it swells up. It makes them think that they're full when they're not getting, and they have no nutritional value. You'll see ducks with their feathers falling out. It's very bad for them. Rolled oats are very inexpensive. I'm going to, actually, right now, I'm going to do this because I've said this before and I haven't done it. Where did I put it? My refrigerator's so full of, my refrigerator, like my mom's refrigerator, is so full of nothing. You know, there's so many protein powders and, okay, rolled oats. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to put that in a Rubbermaid container in my car, and I'm going to leave it there right in the front seat so that I have it, because I have gone so many times and thought, oh damn, I wish I had. And I'm going to take some down to the dock house because they love it. It's good for them. It makes me so happy. And for little kids, if you've got kids, it's so fun for them to feed them. So give them something that's nutrient filled. Rolled oats. They're very inexpensive. You can get a big container of them for $3. You don't need a name brand, right? One more message. Okay, creative. Spirit wants you to express yourself in a creative way. Well, that works for me. I've been doing that a lot. Right? Express yourself. Your creativity is wanting to come out. Here's a couple of my pieces. This is my favorite right now, I think. This and this. So what do you do? Do you make bracelets? Do you paint? Do you draw? You don't have to be an expert. I painted that. I'm not an expert. But Spirit's saying that there's something inside of you that wants to come out in a creative way. It's a way for you to express yourself. It's a way for you to keep your mind busy. It's actually a meditative type of exercise as well. Because when you're sitting there creating, like for me, I sit here and I work with the crystals, right? These are Reiki charged crystals. They're also natural elements from the earth, crystals from the earth, which hold power, each and every one of them. And these are from the earth. And when I sit here and I work with them, I am connecting. So it's grounding me. I'm getting the benefit of the medicine of each of the stones. I'm using my creative mind. It's also a way to make something beautiful, beautiful gifts that you can give to others. You can sell them. And it doesn't have to be, oh, I'm not an artist. It doesn't matter. Maybe you sing. That's creative. Maybe you are a guitar player. Maybe you are going to write a song. But whatever it is, Spirit says right now, something inside of you wants to be expressed. It's a way for you to express your feelings too, when maybe you aren't able to say anything. This is a really good thing to do. Like a gift that you make is to me is the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful thing. My daughter made me this. I told you she rescues chameleons, and so she's got amphibians, and this, it's like steampunk, right? And so I'm going to bring you closer to it. She's got my crystals in here, which is funny because I got them back. So these crystals inside, I'm going to have to Reiki charge these. What is the ones I'll have to look. She's got apricot agate, she's got amethyst, and then clear quartz crystal. Oops, sorry. I'll bring you in here. And this is the praying mantis. So here's a message for us. The praying mantis knows the art of stillness and knowing when to strike. Patience, praying mantis. He's got his little light, and look at this. Isn't that cool? It lights up. But she made that. Isn't that beautiful? And this was a special message for me. His name is Merlin. Merlin the Manti. And Merlin is which is magic, right? And the magician. I'm connected to Merlin. But so my daughter made this, and she sells these. These are incredible. I mean, this is very, very detailed, and this one's quite expensive. But that's an amazing gift to get something like that. And then my friend Sandy, right? If you guys have all seen, she did this for me. And I was just trying to figure out where to put the other piece. I didn't show you guys the other day. She made me this. I mean, to me, I would rather have handmade and wear this. And I've shown it, but I haven't maybe shown it to everyone. I'm trying to figure out where to put this. This is here. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put you guys down for a second. I put it back inside because I didn't want anything to happen to it. But it's so incredible. Oh, I got to get it up on the wall. Maybe I can look today for a... Look at this. My friend Janice made me this. Is that not the most incredible thing in the world? If you haven't seen it before. This makes me feel good. This makes me peaceful. I want to put this up. I think I'm going to put it inside one of my other frames. Over top of another picture. Because I love this. This is just so beautiful and peaceful. When you have something like this, you get lost in that. I do. I want to be here. I see myself here. So creative. What do you do? What abilities do you have that you can use to create? You know, it doesn't have to be as amazing as Janice and Sandy and my daughter Elise, but write somebody a little poem. You know? And there's a lot of people that I know that are very, very creative. My Uncle Phil said his friend just made this for him. I bought this for my twin, remember? And he says, oh, my friend just made me this macrame piece, and he brings me, and it's exactly this. I love this. God, I don't have that talent. This is beautiful, and he just got one. I mean, gifts like that are oh my God, I can't get over it. I mean, there are some people, it's funny because there's so many of us that have, like, people that know how to knit or people that know how to crochet. I don't. I would kill for a crocheted blanket or a knit blanket or knit socks or a scarf or a hat, a headband. I love handmade things. Handmade things are so much more wonderful because there's love and effort that's been put into it. There's so many things that people can do. People can sew. I can't sew. My grandmother and my mom used to both crochet, and I wished so badly that I had my grandmother and my grandmother knit. If she would have knit me a blanket. She used to knit us these Indian sweaters. They were called Indian sweaters in Canada. Everybody knows about them. They have a Thunderbird on the back, and God, I wish I'd had the things that from then because my grandma's gone, and now my mom's gone, and I don't have any of their handmade pieces. My brother carved this. My family's very creative. This is out of soapstone. It's the otter family. You know, otters hold hands when they sleep so they don't drift away. And look, there's 3. full circle completion, it also talks about ascended masters being with you. But my brother made this, and it got all banged up. You know, it was kicked around, and there's a chip right here. And I said, can I have that, please? You know, it's just, my ex-husband Ken, I told you he's a granite guy. He made this granite tabletop for me. It's just a piece of granite, but it makes it beautiful, right? Things like this have value. And this is a stone that holds energy. Look at this big piece of energy. So if there are things that you are able to do, don't think that somebody doesn't want homemade or what about jam or jelly? There's so many things that people do and they don't think it's of value because they take it for granted. But other people can't do that. I can't sew, I can't knit, I can't crochet. I'm not a painter. I treasure these things. So what can you do? And when you're doing that work, it's a meditation. It's like no-brainer work, you know? You're working on something that's beautiful. It allows your mind to quiet and you start to hear your thoughts, your higher self. It's a beautiful, beautiful meditative way to be. I make for Christmas and birthday presents, I've been making essential oil bath salts. You know, they're not super difficult to make. They smell incredible and they're deliciously decadent when you go to have a bath because people don't take the time to do it. You can do all kinds of things like that. And it doesn't have to be done perfect. You know, my friend Kimberly said something about, she says, well, I'm not, my pieces aren't that great. You know, I'm not that great of an artist. And I said, I love your pieces. And then my Uncle Phil, I told you about my Uncle Phil. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Philip, Sherry and Philip. See if it pops up. I'm going to show you on Uncle Phil and I. It may not pop up. No, not Philip Rockwell. Philip Gospoderic. We both of us have iPhones, and so we send messages back and forth to each other on our iPhones. I can't find it. Why can't I find it right now? Maybe I spelt it wrong. But we draw. We draw on our phones back and forth to each other, and the pictures are hysterical. They're hysterical, and they're really, really simple. And when I looked at them, I thought, I love those. I freaking love those. So you look at something and you think to yourself, oh, that looks like a chicken scratch or a child drew it. But sometimes those are the coolest looking things. I like simple, you know, and I like hand done. So other people do too. Don't undervalue yourself and don't underestimate your ability. Is there something that you have wanted to do? You know, I've always wanted to try my hand at whatever, crochet. You know what I like? I like crocheted plant pot holders. I really like them, and they're really, really hard to find. They used to be all over the place, but they're not now. And I know that I knew how to do it when I was a kid. I think I'd like to take a crochet course. A macrame course again. Macrame used to be really, really big, you know, and then everybody just kind of was over it. But now that I'm looking for macrame pot hangers, I can't find them anywhere. Anywhere. Here, I'll show you. Here's one of the things. Let's see. Oh, I wish that I could show you the pictures of the Uncle Phil and I drew to each other because they're amazing. Stuff like that. Somebody just sends you a picture on your iPhone. You can print it off and have it as a piece of art. My son was the most amazing artist when he was a child, and I'm so sad that the things that he made when he was young were stolen in that storage unit. So when they go, those little pieces are so precious. Oh, I found one thing. Oh, where did I put it? I had it on my refrigerator for the longest time. It was just a little pencil drawing that my birth father drew really quickly, and it was of an alligator, and it was to my daughter, and I don't have it on the fridge right now. I think I put it somewhere to give to her, but he's long gone, and it's the only thing I have of his. So when you start doing something, painting, drawing, singing, dancing, writing a story, it makes you feel good. I have so many artistic friends. You know, it makes you look at things in a different way because you start repurposing things. as I said, you know, I'm walking along and Spirit said, look down. And I see these chunks, right? And I pick them up. And I've collected all kinds of these stones that I use. I've collected them for quite a while, and I've set them aside. You know, I've had them for years. And I thought, eventually, you know, I'll do something with them. And then I do. Like right now, this morning, I went outside, and Spirit always brings me hearts. These are all the hearts that Spirit's, and I'm going to make like I could set them in a little cabin on a wall, like the brick wall. I can make stepping stones out of them. I mean, look at, these are natural pieces that Spirit has given me. And I just set them around. They make me feel good. They make me feel connected to Spirit. Look at that heart. It's always love that they give me. Love from the earth. And I love this piece. This is filled with granite and quartz crystal. Quartz and granite crystal, and it's got the moss, so it's natural. It's a beautiful carrier. You guys know what I do. It makes us think of repurposing things. And you look at things in ways that other people don't. There's so many things that you can do. It's a stress reliever. Even if you just do it for yourself. Look at these. I have so many. What am I going to do with all of these, right? I'm selling them, but I mean, I've got so many of them that I had to put them up here, right? I've got them all sitting up here. But it's a stress reliever. It feels good. I like working with them, and I love it. You know, some people like showroom homes, you know, with things from Pure One Imports or from Bombay Company or wherever. I like natural. I like simple. I like homemade. I like eclectic. I also like beautiful antiques. I repurpose things as well, right? But Spirit is saying focus on this. And so if Spirit is saying focus on this as well, then it's something that we're meaning to do. Maybe if you're feeling sad, like when I'm feeling sad or depressed. This morning I was feeling sad. I started kind of fiddling around with my plants and the different carrier bases, and it feels good. It feels productive, and you've done something with yourself. You've given yourself some quiet time. You've kept yourself busy. You know, if you keep your mind on, if you're trying to knit something, or you're working with something intricate, and or you're trying to learn your guitar, right? You got to learn your chords. That is a meditation. Because you have to. It stops the busyness of your mind. It stops overanalyzing. You've got your mind on something, so it clears away. I'm sorry if I took so long talking about this, but it felt really, really important. This will be the last card. Believe in yourself. See yourself doing well, and you will. Now, again, ask Archangel Michael for some help, because the color blue is about speech. So I'm thinking positive speech, self-talk. Look at the rainbow. There's stormy clouds in the sky, just like what we have today, right? We've got storms in the sky, a little bit of blue here and there. But there's a rainbow after the storm. The storms will always clear away, and it will always be a better day. There's always tomorrow. But the self-talk is what I'm being focused upon right now. That's what I see when I saw believe in yourself. Immediately I thought about, it's people saying I can't, or I'm not. I heard that the whole time I was talking about the creative ideas. I heard people say I can't. Yeah, you can. You can do anybody can pick up a pencil and draw a stick figure. Anybody can do anything they set their mind to. It's all about self-talk. See yourself doing well. See it happening the way you envision it to happen, and it will happen. Ask Archangel Michael to lift your thoughts. Ask the Father, fill me with a sense of peace and calm and happiness. Give me something to smile about right now. I'm going to smile right now. Just smile right now. Smile, all of you. Hold your smile. It lifts up the corner of your eyes. Can you feel it? You can't smile without it affecting your face. Smile. It lifts the corners of your... Hold it as long as you can. It's almost impossible to not feel better when you smile. So, if there's something that you want, or that you need, or you're trying to manifest, visualize it, like me. I'm visualizing that. I'm painting that. That is my story. That's what I'm going to see happen. I see myself in my work. Look at the dragonflies and the crystals. I'm in nature. I bring myself into nature. I'm getting prickles in my hand because it's important. So paint a picture of what it is that you want to see happen, and tell yourself, I am able. I am capable. I'm brilliant. I'm inventive. I'm creative. I am, and say it until your body believes it, as my friend Tony said to me, right? If you expect things to go well, then things generally go well. People say, "Oh, I don't want to get my hopes up too high because then I'm not disappointed." Okay, well then shoot for the bottom, will you? That's what my mom always used to say. Okay, why don't you just shoot for the ground? Shoot for the ground, you won't miss it, right? Hell no. Shoot for the stars. Shoot for the moon. It'll land in the stars. Ask for the best. See the best. Don't ask. See it. This is going to be the best day of my life. This is going to be the best day of my life. I'm going to get the most amazing news today. Something wonderful is going to happen today. Something wonderful is going to happen today. I'm going to make somebody smile today. I'm going to make somebody laugh today. I'm going to give somebody a good idea today. I'm going to touch someone's heart today. I'm going to tell myself that I love me today. I love you, Sherry. I'm proud of you. You are creative. I love how you love animals. I love how you love nature. That's a beautiful quality, Sherry. You're a beautiful person. You care a lot about people. You give a lot of yourself. That's why the people that you have in your life are such wonderful people, because they're a reflection of the energy and love that you send out. Do you think that that is self-absorbed talk? No, that's self-love, self-affirming, positive talk. We need to talk about ourselves like that all the time. You don't have to have someone else say that to you. You need to say it to yourself. You'll enjoy your life a lot better if you see things good, if you see things positively. If you look outside and instead of saying, oh, it's rainy, windy, freezing, cold weather, oh, wow, the winds are going to blow away the dust in the air and the rain is going to clean things and wash things off again. There's such a fresh feeling in the air when the wind is blowing and there's rain. There's something positive to be said about everything. There's something positive that you can find. If somebody tells you that constantly that you're not good enough, you're not going to be able to do this, you won't be able to do that, you won't be able to do that, God, and you start believing that, that's destructive. If that's the kind of energy around you, and people speak this way around you, cancel, clear, delete. Cancel, clear, delete. I'm not going to carry that. Somebody sent me something this morning, and it was really dark and creepy and negative energy as soon as I heard it, and I thought, that's not what I want. I don't like that. I've kind of made that clear before to this person, but I've been grappling today with just blocking them. I don't really know them. I'm just going to say, you know what? I don't think that we're aligned. I'm going to do it right now. We're not on the same wavelength. Here, I'm going to do it right now. You don't owe anybody your time and energy if they're people that you don't know. You know, and even if they're people that are causing negative energy, we are not vibing. I wish you well. Blessings. And a little angel head. We're not aligned. I'll say that. We are not aligned at this time. I've been thinking about this all morning, and I'm going to block them right now. I don't know who they are. I've never met them in person. They were just a Facebook friend. But there's been a lot of negative, dark stuff sent to me, and that energy comes and it leaches into me. Maybe that's why I've been feeling so strange today. So take it upon yourself to clear the energy from people who you don't feel that you align with. You don't have to make excuses. You don't have to explain. You can say what I just said, something polite, but it's done. I just took a break from that. It's over. I don't want that alignment. I want positive energy around me. So I wasn't nasty. I said, we're not aligning at this time. I wish you well, blessings on your journey. That's it. And then I'm done. That's my right to do that, because that was somebody taking away my positive energy. I have belief in myself of where I'm going and what I'm doing, and I need to protect that, and so do you. Don't let other people's words take away your joy. Don't allow them to affect your mind and your energy in a negative way. If you I just keep thinking, there's a picture that my daughter had of my grandson, and he was running. He was like 5, and I think he was thinking about riding a bike. I can do this. I can do this. I remember that's what it was. I can do this was the title. You think about that when you're little. You've got to have that kind of childlike energy and that childlike thought. I can do anything I set my mind to. I can do this. Yes, I can. I am able. I can do anything I set my mind to. The only thing that's in my way is me, or a negative thought. There's nothing. How about nothing is in my way? I like that better. There's nothing that stands between me and what I want. Look at this. This is my grandson Trey. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. I can do anything. And look how happy he is. We want to have that energy, that innocent belief that everything's going to be okay. And we can make it better. It's going to get better. Instead of trying, oh, I'll try. People say that to me all the time, my clients. I said, okay, well, we want to do this. We want to stay positive. Okay, I'll try. No, don't say I'll try, because when you say I'll try, that gives you a feeling that there's a possibility that you won't succeed. So instead of just trying, I can do this. I can do this. I am going to do this. Yes, I am going to do that. Not I'm going to try to do that. I am going to do that. And believe that you will. I said this morning, I need to get myself out of this funk, and I will. I will. I'm going to clean. I'm going to clean my energy. And you can tell my energy today is lower, right? It's more compressed, kind of like the air outside. It's kind of compressed. But I'm not depressed. I'm thinking deeply, and I've got ideas. I've got a lot of things that I have to do. I've got a lot of cleaning up to do. I've got to change the hummingbird food water. I've got to go down and take the rolled oats down to the dock. There's certain things that I've thought about doing as I did this reading with you guys. Important things. There's a lot of things that, people are bored. I don't know if I'm bored. I got nothing to do. I'm lonely or whatever. Well, keep yourself busy doing what you might think are just dull, boring, mundane things. When I walk down to the dock house, it's beautiful. It smells fresh. I'm down there. I see the different animals. I see the birds that are in the bird feeder. I'll see my animal messengers. I'll get a message while I'm down there. I know I will. That's another thing that you can say. When I go out, I will get messages from Spirit. I will get clarity. I know I will. Because when Spirit tells me to go outside, which is what they're telling you right now, do it. They're focusing on outside air. This is what they're showing us right now. And this is the energy of that is exactly what it looks like outside. So we need to get out there. And whatever we're going, focus on the rainbow after the storm. And every time we try and do something, every time we make an attempt to do something, every time we try something out, we're learning something new, we're getting better, and we get better and better as we go along. The first little crystal clusters I make, I look at them now and I'm a little bit embarrassed of them because they look kind of silly. Now, and it's like I was trying to put too many things together, and now I realize just a couple little simple things are beautiful, right? We get better as we go along. But then we look back at the original ones and you've got good feelings about that too, because wow, that was when I first started. That means a lot to me. It's probably the ugliest piece I have, but it's one of my first pieces. I can't get rid of that. When you look at my son never wanted me to have any of his drawings. He used to rip them up after he did them because he didn't think they were very good. They were beautiful, and they were my favorite. They made me smile. My friend Troy is a musician, and he plays the most incredible guitar pieces, and he sings, and he's such a perfectionist. We all are. When we have a craft, we're perfectionists with it. We see the flaw in it. And he would never want to send things out that weren't mastered, meaning he hadn't gone through and checked the quality of the sound and every single thing, because his trained ear picked up the flaw, and it wasn't perfect for him. When I listened to it, it was wow. I was blown away by it. There's a song that I've been asking for years from him to have, and he never sends it to me because he wants to master it. But no one ever gets it, then it never goes out. And it's this beautiful piece that should be heard. So don't hold back because you think it needs to be perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. Other people see something different. Other people hear something different. It brings joy to other people. Don't hold back your creativity and your belief in yourself because you think you have to be an expert at it. You got to be the best, and I'm not very good, so I'm not even going to try. Have belief in yourself that you can.
I'm going to lift myself up out of this sadness. I'm going to stop smoking. I am able to do that. I can choose to do that. I choose to do that. I'm getting myself in better shape physically. I don't need to go and join a gym to do it. I can do squats right here. If I do squats in my house, which I've been doing, and I wake up the next morning and I'm going to go bend over to make the bed and my ass is hurting and my thighs are hurting, it's working, right? I don't have to be at the gym to do it. I can do it myself right here, right now. Whenever I have a moment, I'll do squats. You don't have to have a lot of money to do things, people. Believe in your ability to do it yourself, because you can do anything you set your mind to. I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful Saturday.